day, Rusk enjoys. Oh, what's this? Oh, it's just another batch of kick drops being given away for absolutely free. Oh. So between June 11th to the 14th, we're going to see the event take place. I'm not sure if the skins will be given away for a longer time. That wouldn't surprise me. But of course, we're going to get 14 brand new kick drops for absolutely free. As stated, 11 exclusive skins and 3 general drops. Now, I don't know what all the skins are just yet, but if you keep an eye on kick.facepunch.com, if you keep an eye on Twitter, as you can see here, I found out about this from Frost, you'll probably start to find out, because they're starting to reveal their skins right now. If I could navigate over to here to SpoonKid's Twitter, oh, there you go. From SpoonKid and Throat, you might need to keep mining that coal, just so you can get your mining level up to a high enough level so you can hold that rune pickaxe. Yes, we have a pickaxe kick drop being given away for absolutely free. If you know, you know. I respect it. All right, so cool. So, you're wrong. You're wrong. It's something so much better. Right, so, yes, once we find out about all of them, I will proceed to make a video. I'll showcase all of them to you. So, all right, cool. I like that. Right, let's hop out of here and let's go ahead and talk about the brand new skins that appeared over the past weekend. I have a lot of collection continuations, but notably, we have a lot of auto turret skins. If you aren't fully well aware, the brand new skinnable for June 2026 is auto turret, and yeah, we got quite a lot of them, and that's all the people I follow. There's even more than that. So if you're thinking, I hope there's enough interesting designs that have been made, go look right now. I'm not joking. Like, all I got to do is just click this. I'll also go most recent, and you know what? With this link that you see right here, right now, what I'll do is I'll link that in the description of this video right now, and you could go ahead and look at all of the submissions if you so wish, because there is a lot of auto turret skins right there. Not sure which one will be accepted. You can comment below which one happened to be your most favourite. So, alright, cool, understood. Let's close that. So yes, we have a lot of skins to talk about today, a lot of skins to go through. But if you were to go ahead and look at all of these skins in your own time, because of course I only talk about the collection continuations, look in the description right now. At the very top, you'll see the link for the Rust Workshop skin checks of May 26, 2026. It'll be linked right there. You can look at all those skins in your own time. Because me, I got a lot of yapping to do. That's all the deplorables. Well, let's get started. So, in regards to auto turrets, we actually have some notable collection continuations. We've got the Forest Raiders auto turret. We've got the Space Base auto turret. We've got the Neon auto turret. And we also happen to have the No Mercy auto turret. Let's just confirm there's no other one. Yep, all right. So 4 notable auto turrets from 4 notable collections, or sort of. I mean, this right here, there's only one other skin. And I'm sure many of you are fully well aware of the Forest Raiders collection, I'm sure. As you'll see, we have had a few deplorables being accepted somewhat recently, but it's definitely more known for its clothing and armor. So, all right, cool. Honestly, I think that's a very good shout. I wouldn't be surprised if that potentially were considered. Now, I know a lot of people are probably hoping for like a sort of ghillie suit over an auto turret that was going to make it super camouflaged and whatnot. No, it's just got a bit of cloth right here and that's it. That's all it is. Not sure if you're expecting something insane and wacky. I don't really know how much they can even change, but I guess that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. So it's not like it's going to be super hidden. Once people are near it, it's going to shoot anyway, so... Anyway, best of luck and Igor. I reckon the deplorables here would greatly appreciate that. I don't think the clothing armor would matter. I don't think it would care. It's going up in price regardless, so... Alright, cool, understood. Then, of course, we happen to have the Space Base auto turret. So this is a sequel to the Armour Door that we saw being accepted. So, yep, from Cubist. Let's go over to here. Space. So another potential space skin. I'm sure a lot of people will be appreciating this. Space Base. Oh, here we go. Now you got to try and figure out which one's the right one. Why not just go this way and then look at the collection of skins and then you'll easily see, yeah, there you go, there's the Armour Door. Although I could have just searched for the Armour Door. Whatever. Anyway, so let's go ahead and do that then. So search for Armour Doors. What do I see? I see an Armour Door right here, and that's actually in the positive. That is sitting there perfectly fine and happy. I wouldn't be surprised if that actually spikes the price ever so nice if we were to see the auto turret. But to be honest with you, all space-themed skins have been going up in price regardless because people have been appreciating every new one that we've seen. And no, not all of them are from the same collection, but people don't seem to care. So, to be honest with you, all right, that's in a pretty good spot. But just to confirm, that's the early skin. So it's not exactly a huge, vast, insane collection, but when you consider all the other space skins, okay, sure, fair enough. Now, yes, that is a sequel to the recent Neon Electric Furnace, which of course did over 50,000 subscribers. How likely is it, do you reckon we could see the Neon Auto Turret? And also, how much do you reckon it would sell if it were to be accepted? Like, how much will the first ever Auto Turret skin sell in the Rust store? June 4 swipe is just around the corner, okay? But what will it be? Oh, that's the big question. Anyway, if that's to be accepted, a glow-in-the-dark Auto Turret? I mean, you know what? Are people going to actually want that? That's actually a very good question to ask, because people will be able to see that in the distance. But then again, they can see the red light anyway. True, but it does make it easier to spot. But maybe, you know, maybe people want you to notice it. We mean trouble. Don't get too close to us. I mean, okay. Perhaps that might be the way to go about it. Again, we'll see. But I really wouldn't be surprised if that's potentially the skin that gets picked. Again, we just had the Electric Furnace. It sold like hotcakes. It did insane numbers. I wouldn't be surprised if Face Punch probably wants that to happen all over again. And wow, this collection's getting bigger and bigger. Wow. 38 in total. I'm pretty sure some things are missing here, like 2 of the fridges, I believe. Yes, yeah, no, one, just one. Okay. Anyway, I'm not sure if a brand new Deployable in a collection as big as that's going to really make that much of a difference. Independently, I think a lot of people might be behind that. So, all right, cool. Well, don't forget to comment below if if any of the ones we've seen so far have to be a favourite, or maybe it could be the No Mercy Auto Turret with its very stylish approach, a nice white-black design, the insignia to the side. I like it, and I really wouldn't be surprised if we see this being accepted. Maybe not as the first one, but maybe the second, the third, or the fourth. I'm expecting that to be accepted. I expect it. I expect it. Not sure when, but soon. So, okay, that's also looking very nice. And if I could just quickly hop over to here, as you'll see, we've got the No Mercy Electric Furnace right there. It was the third one to be accepted, so let's just clarify that, as you'll see here. But this week has been quiet. Not too many people are super fussed about this week, so it's got fairly tame sales compared to the other skins. But of course, we have seen the Electric Furnace, the Barbecue, 2 recent brand new Skinnables. Okay, that's cool. And then you look at the bed. Oof. Then you look at the sheet metal double door. Ooh. So I'm not really sure if we were to specifically look at the No Mercy Deployables, would it be easy to figure out if everything is going to work out A-OK? To be honest with you, this came out like 5 years ago. This came out like a year ago, but people like sheet metal double doors. It's rare for them to go down in price. You're selling tamely. Maybe you actually might work out quite alright. That'd be a discussion for tomorrow when we do the abnormal barders. I'm not really sure what to say, but I'm sure a lot of people would like that to be accepted. As an independent design, that does look cool. So props to Bad Trip and Hulk. We'll see what becomes of it. But yes, which auto turret do you happen to like the most? Again, look in the description. You'll see the link to be able to look at all the auto turret skins. Go ahead and pick out one that you like the most. So, all right, cool. 4 interesting collection continuations for auto turrets. Let's it's fiery hot. It's that. Yeah. Has it been 10 minutes yet? Can I say such a word? I don't think I could say it, but you can read, right? Well, it's certainly is hot. It's spitting fire. It is that furnace right there. Yes. So we got a transparent design. Huh? It's floating. It's a floating. Yes. It flies. Yes, it does. Okay, cool. So let's just go ahead and look at the collection. How do I spell this? Let's go to here. There you go. Right, so we've got some weapons, and we've got tier 3 armor. This is made by Mr. Little Ranger. He has many collections behind their belt, whatever the saying is. Anyway, I'm not saying no. Kind of wanted Hoodie and Pants in tier 2, to be honest with you. Maybe that'll happen eventually. But they also have like a Abyss collection, Toy collection, and Rainbow Pony. Like they're juggling different collections. I don't think we're going to see another skin from this collection for another 2 or 3 months at least. That wouldn't surprise me. So the point I'm trying to get across is, okay, if this were to be accepted, what's next? And blah, blah, blah. But I must give credit. That's a pretty funny idea. All right, it's past 10 minutes now. Cock! There you go. It's the Crypt Furnace. There you go. Wonderful. All right, so, wow, look at that. I said that very loudly. I think my roommate's going to go here now. Why are you saying that so loudly at this time of night? Anyway, so, yep, that's perfectly fine. Not sure if it have a massive impact on the pre-existing skins, but it is what it is. So, best of luck to Little Ranger and Graham Cohen. I would like to see more deployables. But you, as a viewer, what would you like to see being made next? What would you like to see for the Cock collection? Yes. Right, we also happen to have another furnace, Crypt Furnace. I do believe this is a sequel to the recent, well, of course, we still have it, the Rust door, of the Barricade and the Crypt Sheet in the door. Okay, well, that's nice. But are these actually doing good at the moment? See, that's starting to go down in price. A lot of people really did happen to like it with the brand new building skin, but other doors are out there that look really good with it as well. Like, have you seen Gothic Veil recently? And I don't think people really care about the Barricade that much. Again, do people even care about concrete barricades in general? Well, there you go. More deployables would be appreciated. I'm sure the door would greatly appreciate that. Personally, I'd like to see a sheet metal double door. Or, I guess, a garage door. Anyway, with what that is, it's fine. I did show it off in my preview video for the week. It's just I don't really care that much for it. Like, it's fine. Obviously, you know, they've had 2 skins accepted so far. But, I don't know. In terms of potential investments and whatnot, I just don't really think it's going to work out very well. Maybe we'll see some more after this. That would be nice, but we'll see how that goes. A bit of fluff. Sorry about that. Right, so, all right, cool. We'll see what becomes of that. But now we have electric furnaces, and we do have quite a lot here as well. Remember the Tomb of the Octopus collection? Well, some of you might be fully well aware of it, because wasn't the door getting bought out? Octopus. Here we are. Tomb of the Octopus. Oh, wow, that wooden double door's doing very nice. Sheet metal door's doing okay. Garage door, oh boy. Ooh. So, a brand new electric furnace. To be honest with you, any brand new deployable I'd greatly appreciate. The more the merrier. So, okay, it might not be to everyone's taste and whatnot, but that does look pretty cool. It got the eerie glow. It's spooky. It's scary. And I think that would be a welcome addition. I think people who happen to own the other skins would greatly appreciate that. So, best luck to you, Mr. Himmick, and I do apologise. I didn't show off your sleeping bag from the previous week. I somehow stupidly didn't even notice it. I did notice it when it was originally out as a version 1, but I'm sorry about that, sorry. Anyway, I noticed this week, and I think you've made a very nice addition. Let's see if it gets accepted. Best luck to you, good sir. Now over to here. Oh, greening area. So we're baking it now? What do you mean, Hedge? Well. So an interesting glow-in-the-dark green electric furnace. That's looking pretty cool. But if I go over to here, greening area. Come on in. Greening area. Yes. Okay. That's a lot of positivity. That's a lot of green. And all the skins are in the positive. Yes. All right, anyway, only one skin's in the negative. It's an armored door. That came out when we're suddenly seeing a lot of armored doors being accepted. Other than that, yeah, that's looking pretty appealing. And I will sit here and say, do not be surprised if we see a greening area skin being accepted for complete the sets. For some strange reason, for the previous 2 or 3, we've seen a skin being accepted. Do you reckon it could happen again? Maybe this isn't accepted until then. Do not forget, 2nd week of June 2026, complete the sets. I'm just saying. Right, anyway, I can confirm to you, with the recent skins that have been accepted, we have noticed spikes in demand, spikes in price. In fact, before we even saw like the large box, if I can recall, no, it was the locker. Before we even saw the locker, some of these here were just doing okay. This appears, it all spikes up, and ever since then, it's been doing very good. Armored Door is also a very nice welcome addition, but obviously that's suffered independently amongst the others. That right there, though, I do believe a lot of people would be appreciating a greening area electric furnace. Are you one of them? Well, don't forget to comment below if you happen to like it. Maybe even go over to here and offer your vote if you so wish. Now over to here, ooh, it's as bright as Zeus's lightning. We have the Olympus electric furnace. To be honest with you, he should have done a picture at night time. We look at the stove part. Look at my little preview video for the week. I've already shown this off and it does look very cool. So, all right, cool. Best of luck there, Mr. Fuff. But of course, the collection. Olympus is a bit of a funny one because it's just 2 weapons. Now, they have tried for various different things, such as clothing and armour, various weapons and whatnot. Nope, just 2 weapons and that's it. I will point out that Olympus revolver is at its all-time high price. In fact, I think this is at its all-time high price. Hello, AK-47. How are you doing? Oh, well then, that's already got a lot of momentum. I did not know that this was happening. Wow. Even after we just saw that brand new white AK-47, this is more expensive than it. Wow. Okay. I mean, yeah, all right, fair enough. That's a nice looking AK. Yeah. I think the electric furnace would give it an extra nice boost. What do you reckon, though? Like, were you a fan of what you just saw? Did you actually happen to like it? Honestly, I think that looks very nice, and I think people would be appreciating it. So, okay, well. Best of luck to you, Mr. Fuff. Would you like to see an Olympus auto turret? Feel free to below. Right, moving on. We also happen to have a gold chains electric furnace. So, this collection is a bit of a funny one. It's a bit of a hodgepodge of various different skins. Not exactly a very consistent one, but that's not their fault. They've tried. They've tried to be consistent. They've tried to have like skins that would make sense with like a set, but you know, Face Punch decided to only accept like 2 pairs of gloves, some boots, some backpack, and various different weapons, and there's a poncho as well. So honestly, I don't think the first Deployable that gets accepted for this collection is going to really hold its value afterwards. But a golden electric furnace, I mean, that does sound quite appealing. I'm sure it's very nice and shiny. Yes. But we'll see. So, all right, cool. Best luck to say Chains and Demon. Pure gold electric furnace. Who could say no to that? Now, moving on from there, we also have to have a brand new base box. This specifically is the drone market station. You know, when you go to Outpost and you could, walk over there and buy stuff. That'd be 20 scrap, please. Well, there you go. That's that. Okay, yeah, that's one. That's something different. Yeah, thumbs up, Mr. 38. That's actually a pretty clever idea. It also glows in the dark because of it. I think people would appreciate that. So if I could just quickly go ahead and remind you what the base boxes. It's a bit funny because not all of them are referred to as base boxes, as you'll see here. So we recently had the Brutalist base box, but what I want to look at, well, actually, no, you can see like the recent submissions here. So yeah, you got those. There's also the wooden base box, but there's other skins. So if I could actually click his name. In fact, when was this accepted? The end of April. So let's go to here. Then I actually click his name. There you go. I could also include Monument Shack small box, Orig loot room. You get the idea. So, oh boy, they're not exactly doing super great though, are they? No. It's a collection of skins, but don't expect them to work out. So, okay, I think we got the point. Looks nice though. It's pretty clever with its design, but I really wouldn't be surprised if that ends up suffering. And with it, being accepted, is there a potential investment there to jump onto? Not really, no. So, regardless though, 38, keep up the good work. Let's see how that turns out. Now over to here, we have 3 versions of the same large box. Much like how the previous week we had 3 versions of the same furnace, we have the Worthless Papers large wood box. 3 different versions. Let's just try and get a picture of all of them like so you can easily see the difference. This has just like a bunch of money there. This has, what's different here? What's different here? Oh, you can see it's a little, like, so this is more neater, right? So you can see how that's all stacked up and whatnot. Then over to here at the front, you can see how it's all like, pushed in. It's like bad Tetris, I guess you could say. And then over to here, this is like reinforced with some metal plating to keep it all together. Okay, cool. So, of course, the only skin we have that was actually accepted is the Worthless Papers bed. That sold for $3 if you can recall. And right now, that's currently selling for just barely over $3. So it's in the positive. It's not profitable, but it is in the positive. And it's only got 23 listings on the Steam market at the moment. I do believe that would work out very nicely if we were to see a sequel. But when's it going to happen? We said the same thing last week when we saw the furnace. So, whichever version actually gets accepted, all right, cool. But when? Not sure. But what do you specifically like the most? Version 1, version 2, or version 3? Best luck to Shaft and the Patcher. Let's see if we could get a collection being built from this. What would they need to make next? I don't know. Money chair? Money table? just put a bunch of money splayed out on a table. That might work. Yeah. All right, well, consider that. I did say a rug because I want to cover my walls with money. That would also be a very clever idea. Anyway, best luck to you. Okay, this is a sort of collection continuation. I'm not going to talk too much about it, but of course this is made by the same skin creator that made the Hazmat collection, so if I could just quickly go over to here and quickly point that out. Yep, there you go. But now it's Tomoha, or Tomoha. How am I supposed to pronounce it? Isn't this supposed to be the name of the sled? Because of course, if you look at them, you notice they're basically like the blue scientist at the in the Arctic base. Oh, so Hazmat is like a mascot of the Hazmat, and well, that's a mascot of the blue scientist. I get you. See what I'm trying to say here? I don't know the right words, but you'd understand it's like an evolution or a side thing of Hazmat. Basically, there's also the jungle scientist, so I guess we'll see something from that in the future. But maybe this gets a garage door accepted, a sheet metal door, maybe another sort of garage door. We'll see how it goes. But there might be a series of these anime-style scientists. So, okay, well, there you go. You can see how they slowly built up the design. You can see it all clear in HD right there and whatnot. So it is to do with Rust. It's just anime. Or, well, manga, or whatever it is. You get the idea. So, okay, well, it sells a lot. So, I'm not going to be surprised if it gets accepted, but are you pleased with the design? Feel free to comment below. And over to here, we also have to have an actual collection continuation. We have the Pirates Hoard garage door. Get a good look at this. It glows in the dark quite nicely. Get a good look at that. Oh, wait, is that transparency? Hold on a second. That's caught my eye. Transparency. A little parts. Now, really? Where? Okay, can I see through that? I need to see like a very clear picture, like a clear background behind it. It doesn't look like there's transparency there. But they do mention transparency, so where? I need to get a good look at this. Maybe I'll make a short video. Yeah, all right. I'll keep an eye out for that. Anyway, if I could just quickly navigate over to here. I'd like to remind you of the, what was it, a locker? Pirates Hoard. Thank you. So this sold for $2.49, and right now it's selling for about $2.30 on the Steam market, and there's only 13 listings. If we see the garage door being accepted, that's going to get bought out. Now, I'm not sure if it's going to actually like retain its value and end up becoming a very valuable skin in the future, but there's hardly any of it available. So, yeah, I think that'll work out very nicely. So, all right, come on. I mean, yeah, that's fine. Sheer lack of quantity could easily lead to getting bought out and all that, and that'd be appreciated then. But I am aware Señor has made several Pirates Hoard skins recently. I like the door. I like the electric furnace. No acceptances yet. So we'll see what happens, but that locker might have been a one-off. So we'll see what happens. Anyway, best luck to you, good sir. That is looking pretty interesting. We have another attempt for the Apotheosis of War sheet metal double door. So yes, I do believe this would do very nicely. I'm under the impression Icona might need to do different designs. And, well, you might notice we got different designs. So, yes, you got, like, the Wasteland, you got Hell, and you got this guy doing a sick jump over here. So this is how we've evolved the design. With all due respect, that's one sick-looking jump. Anyway, they do BMX in Hell? Really? Oh, imagine Doom, but you're actually riding a bike, and it's all super, super, super fast pace. Well, there you go, Bethesda. Anyway, so, yeah, cool. I'm not saying no. And I think that, the Apotheosis of War collection would greatly appreciate that. How's it currently holding up? So, Apotheosis of War. There you go. Garage door's only slightly in the positive. Wow, what happened there? It's still doing all right. Armour door, double door could be doing better. But you know what? A sheet metal double door being accepted? Yes, that'll definitely help it out. So, we'll see how that goes. And, yeah, we'll see if that potentially gets accepted this time. I think a lot of people would greatly appreciate that. What do you reckon? Feel free to comment below. Anyway, best luck to Icona. And what else could he do? He's done many attempts on the doors, but what other deplorables would you like to see? Actually, you know what? A locker would be great. A locker. What else? I mean, you could do an auto turret. You could try and make it look as if it's a pile of bones like you have there in all the skins. Yeah, you could try for that. Give it a shot. Anyway, best luck to you. And then we have another anime skin, but this time, 2 anime girls. I mean, does it get any better than that? Does it? Come on, answer. Anyway, so that's a very colourful, bright and glow-in-the-dark design. I'm sure a lot of people greatly appreciate this. You can sit there and say you don't. You can try your best and sit there and say you don't, but I know you'll still buy it. I know you'll still buy a bunch of them and try and flip them for some sweet, delicious profit because, yes, these Popstar skins have sold very nicely and still sold very nicely as a nice investment afterwards. So, yes, I wouldn't be surprised if, a lot of people would like it. It's up to Face Punch at the end of the day. We did see their very nice looking electric furnace the previous week. Hey, if they're saving it for this next rush door or June 4 swipe, fair enough. Complete the sets, fair enough. But that sheet metal double door does look very nice and very appealing, and it wouldn't surprise me if that would also work out very nicely. And let's just quickly go ahead. Popstar, I did say this earlier, it's very rare to see a sheet metal double door suffer. So independently, that skin would sell very, very nicely and then go up in price very, very nicely. You might notice the pump shotgun's dropped off a fair bit, the jackhammer's dropped off slightly, the Popstar MP5's gone down a fair bit. Oh boy, oh dear. Garage store still up to $8. Popstar bed still $5.20. Sheet metal door still holding up quite nicely. So honestly, if we were to go back to seeing some acceptances, I think that'll go back up into the green again. So, all right, cool. So we'll see what becomes of that. I hope we see the rock soon. There's a fun idea of that. Let's see if that happens. Anyway, best luck to all the people that submitted some very cool looking deployables for the week. But now it's time for weapons and tools. So from Mr. Bazbay, we have the sealed Hoard hammer. Get a good look at that. An interesting glow-in-the-dark design. To be honest with you, we don't see that many glow-in-the-dark hammer skins being accepted in rush stores anymore. I know we had the Halloween one, but even back then I was making a big fuss about that. So that's why I told you to go ahead and buy it, because it might be a pretty clever thing to do so. And now what happened? What happened? What happens that from Hellhammer? Oh, it's perfectly in the positive. It doubled in price. Anyway, to be honest with you, all hammers are doing very, very nicely. Yeah, because we don't see that many of them being accepted. Even the recent natural ruby hammer, whilst it was a bit funny initially, that started to recover very nicely now. That is looking good. So, yes, I think independently that hammer will do very nice. But if we were to go ahead and remind ourselves of the sealed Hoard satchel charge, well, it did go down in price. Sold for $2.49. Now it's down to it's like $1.20 now. Oh boy, oh dear. Yeah, we're not surprised by that. We've always questioned, do people actually care about skins for explosives? And in most situations, it's no. And the price just drops off. So, okay, cool. Fair enough then. So, all right, cool. Well, point made, point understood. But what we see here, though, I do think a lot of people would greatly appreciate that. I know I would, because I'd buy 100 of them. Best luck to you, Mr. Bazbay. Let's see if that works out nicely. Best of luck. Oh, so I'd also like to apologise to Mr. WR2ME and Mr. Koba, because last week I fumbled it. I made a mistake. I didn't talk about the SAR. I'm so sorry. I've actually had issues with the amount of people I'm following. There's far too many skin creators I need to follow. So I've had to remove some people that have not made a skin in quite some time. So last week I didn't talk about the SAR. Let me tell you, I think a lot of people would greatly appreciate that SAR. So I've given it some time of the day now. Let's see if that actually were to be accepted. Best luck to both of you. But of course, we're here to talk about the SAP. And let me tell you, transparent aim sight SAPs have also they've been working out very nicely as well. So get a quick look at that. It is a metallic design. It is, of course, a sequel to the AK-47 that did sell very nicely. And I would have reason to believe it sold nicely because people happen to appreciate it. So yeah, lovely looking design. But now let me just quickly go to here and showcase to people the recent semi-automatic pistol skins with transparency. You might happen to notice both the Heat Seeker SAP and the B SAP are currently in price. Very, very nice. Why is that? Oh, it's because they have transparent aim sights. Oh. I'm not sure why it took so long for people to realise, but yeah, for a very long time, this was down in price pretty badly. For a very long time, this was just kind of there. Well, now they've both doubled in price and more. So, yeah. I would have reason to believe if we saw a Tribal Alloy SAP being accepted, I think that would work out not only as a sequel, but as an independent transparent aim sight SAP. Yes, I think a lot of people would be greatly behind that. So, okay, cool. If I could just quickly go ahead and remind ourselves of that AK-47, is it currently holding up quite all right? To be honest with you, yeah, no, that's doing okay. I mean, if you look at it again about 2 weeks' time, maybe it'll be different. If we see the SAP being accepted, maybe it'll be different. The SAR, you get the idea. But that is just about comfortably in the positive. but it's not like super secure. That could easily go back down again, so we'll see how it goes. But regardless, I'm looking forward to the possibility of a collection continuation. Best luck to Mr. Right to Me. Is that what it is? Right to Me. Anyway, best luck to both of you. All right. Uh-oh, Señor Tomato has made its return as a weapon. Oh dear, oh no. Killer weapon. Oh, listen, okay, for Halloween, please do an attack of the killer Señor Tomato or something. The killer tomatoes. Come on, Sepesh, you know you can do it. Just give them, like, the same eyes but an angry face instead. Yes, yeah. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Anyway, So, yes, that is a perfectly fine looking pump shotgun. It's a perfectly fine red design. His eyes, they always stare into the void. Anyway, so, Señor Tomato, yes, let's go give this a good look. I've said this many times in the past. All of these Señor Tomato skins, they just don't have that many listings in the Steam market. So when a new skin gets accepted, all of it just goes up in price. So, guess what I'm going to say? You could probably buy one of each here, wait till anything gets accepted, and then if you wait like an hour or two after it's been accepted in the Rust store, then sell the skin you bought, you're probably better flip it for a profit. I'm not joking. So we'll see what becomes of that. But the weapons, oh boy, they're not exactly doing amazing, are they? No. Even though they didn't sell that much. So we'll see what becomes of that. It's a perfectly fine looking pump shotgun, but we should remind all of you, we have seen a lot of pump shotguns being accepted recently, haven't we? It is the focused item of the month. And with this appearing only now, just as we're about to finish the month, I mean, we'll see what happens. We could see an early pick. We could. But I'm not sure if people are going to be super eager for one. This might end up not selling that much, which then only continues the cycle with Señor Tomato, where we don't see that many listings on the Steam market. We'll see what becomes of that. Anyway, best luck to you, Mr. Sepesh. What would you like to see him make next? If you could think of something really wacky, it's going to be the auto turret, isn't it? It's going to be the auto turret. Well, there you go, Sepesh. Señor Tomato auto turret. He's going to shoot seeds at you. No, ketchup in the eyes. Yes. Best luck. Oh. So we have a very shiny, very purple, deep ruby SKS right here on display. Put some clothes on, sir. Oh, he's really trying to sell it to you, isn't he? He's really trying to sell it to you now. Anyway. So, that is the standard sight. It's nice and purple. How is the Deep Ruby collection? Let's go ahead and get a look at you. Sorry, I'm still fun. So, the weapons. I've had this big discussion before about the AK-47, how it sold quite a lot, suffered for quite some time, but eventually did go back up to into the positive again. Well, that's gone back down again. It's just kind of there. But some of the weapons here, like, you've got the SAP, you've got the Thompson, they're doing good. That'd be nice. But if we were to see another weapon skin being accepted, the SKS, would it have a massive impact on anything here? I don't think so. Not really. But, could it end up like a skin here that's in the positive, or does it end up like the AK? But the AK did sell ridiculous amounts, so that's kind of the issue. Anyway. I think a lot of people would appreciate that. A completely different style of SKS. Yeah, I think people would like. So, okay, cool. Best luck to Wine It. Not sure if it's going to have a massive impact on the pre-existing skins, but it is nice to look at. So, right, cool. Best luck to you, good sir. But then we also happen to have another SKS. A shiny metallic protector SKS. And I'm not so sure about this. Now, with this collection, you might notice there's a lot of positivity. Boom, yes. But it's all the deplorables, not the weapons. Oh, boy. Yes, all of this has worked out very nicely now, considering we've seen more deplorable skins being accepted. But the weapon skins, oh boy, they are not looking like they're going to hold up very nicely. And yeah. I'm not sure if an SKS is going to make that much of a difference on any of the skins there, but those weapon skins, I don't think they're going to even budge. So, right, we'll leave it be. You poor Hyper Monster, honestly, you've made a perfectly fine looking metallic design, standard aim sight and whatnot. I'm sure people would still appreciate it. I just don't think the collection of skins you already have accepted is going to really change that much. What could they make next that people would appreciate? I guess we could have like a rug, some transparency, use it as window coverings and whatnot. Yeah, that'd be nice. So, yeah, okay, we'll see what becomes of that. But weapons and tools, we'll see how it goes. And then we have the Mutagen LR300. So, as I move over to here, we'll quickly go ahead and look at that custom SMG. Oh, there you go. And yes, you'll see that we have only around 5,200 subscribers. So, priced at $3, a transparent aim sight. We'll just take a quick look at the recent custom SMGs we've had accepted, and you'll probably instantly notice which ones are the ones with transparent aim sights. You'll notice we have the Ruin SMG, the Ghost Halloween custom SMG, and of course the recent Hellcore custom SMG. That does have a few skins behind it. It's got like a sort of collection. This is a weapon-only collection, and Hellcore, mostly weapons, but we do have the clothing, don't we? Well, that worked out nicely. Almost 16,000 subscribers. This worked out nicely, just over 10,000 subscribers, and this right here, it only got 7,600 subscribers almost. So, that also sold at $3.49. That right now is in the positive. This right here, it's selling for $3. This is probably the best thing we could compare to, but then again, it also has the collection behind it. This doesn't have a collection until potentially now, because as you might notice, this also happens to have a transparent aim sight. Will Craboo be able to turn this into a weapon-only collection of sorts, I guess, with some transparent aim sights? We've had Hellcore this year. What's stopping us from having Mutagen weapon skins? You know what? You could do Mutagen custom SKS, sorry. Mutagen SKS, you could give it a shot, Mr. Craboo, for a transparent aim sight. And I'm sure the custom SMG would greatly appreciate that then. More weapon skins with useful, interesting aim sights. If this was the very first one and it didn't sell that much, and then we end up seeing a lot of those skins potentially being accepted, yes, I do believe that I'd be greatly appreciating it. So, okay, I mean, yeah, we'll see what becomes of that. That might be nice. What do you reckon then? I have talked about like its colour scheme, its patterns and whatnot. Yeah, it might not be for everybody, but you'd have to respect that if it hasn't sold that much, and if we do see sequels, that custom SMG might be in a pretty good spot. And again, you might not like the weapon that much. You might not care for like the skins and all that. But, oh boy, I wouldn't be surprised if it still goes up quite nicely. We'll see how it goes. All right, cool. So, yep, that's all good. And now, final stretch. We're moving on to clothing and armour. Mr. Craboo leather gloves. It is a version 2. Get a good look at that. You might recall we had some primitive skins in the past. Let's go remind you of Craboo. Was it Craboo or Craboo? I don't remember. Anyway, it's not exactly doing amazing. The boonie hat's doing okay, but the poncho, the bandana... I will sit here and say, though, if you were to see the leather gloves, I do believe all of that would spike them on spike and price ever so nice. That is my expectation. So, oh yeah. Okay, yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm sure people would appreciate it, but what else could they do to add? What would you like to see being made as well? Could probably do like hide boots, hide clothing, I guess. We'll see. But yeah, just a silly, goofy batch. Let's see if that works out nicely. And next up, what do we happen to have over here? Oh my, Blackout tactical gloves. So if I could just quickly remind you, Blackout tends to be one of the most in-demand collections as a whole. But I will also sit here and say, I don't think a pair of tactical gloves would really make that much of a difference. Well, it's already doing good, like really good. But it would be a nice welcome addition, and you might notice all of the Blackout skins we've seen been accepted as of recent have worked out perfectly fine. You also might notice the roadside gloves here, 47,000 subscribers. But, you know, it's like almost quadrupled in price, so, you know. So, okay. Independently, I'm sure a lot of people will be greatly appreciating it, but I don't think it's going to have a massive impact on the skins that already exist, because the skins that already exist are already greatly appreciated and are already high in price. There's not much else for me to say. You can sit there and tell me if you happen to like it. Best luck to MDE. Let's see if that gets accepted. Psycho Rim, or rather just the Psycho Hoodie and Pants, because you might recall with the Tier 3, only one piece was referred to as Psycho Rim. This right here is just Psycho chestplate. I get the feeling they have this name here because we might have had like a Psycho face mask in the past. Maybe like back in like 2017, for example. Don't fully remember. But that's fine. People would probably still be able to notice what this is. So, okay. Potential hoodie and pants, potential brand new core piece. If this were to be accepted, that Tier 3 armor is going to spike them on spike and price very, very nicely. For sure. But, you know, is that actually going to happen? We'll see. It's basically the exact same price it sold for when it was in the Rust store last week. Like, chances are... No, wait, what price did it sell for again? that right there sold for $1.99. Oh, this isn't up to date. Oh, I see. So, okay, let's just put that aside. Let's also take a look at the chest plate. And, well, yeah, it's gone down in price. Okay, it hasn't crashed and burned. But if we were to see the hoodie and pants, yes, that will spike in price. Very, very nice. Yes. So, all right, we'll see what becomes of that. That is looking pretty sweet. Cool. So, all right. Best of luck to Van. Let's see if that actually works out nicely. And, yes, I do believe that could lead to the tier 3 going up very, very nicely. Then we have Sheet Metal Tier 2. So, you might recall we've had some sheet metal skins being accepted. Let's just quickly go ahead and remind you of the barricade. There you go. Oh, it's literally just that, isn't it? It's literally just that. Yes. So, we did see another skin being submitted. I should just quickly point it out to you. Was it a rug? Yes, it was a rug. Last week we talked about it. Yep. Okay. Well then, I'm not sure if this is going to really go up in price, because weirdly, it's already up in price. This sold for $2, and now it's $4 on the Steam market, and I don't know why. Actually, it's $3. Again, SCMM's not fully up to date, it seems. Okay. Why is that $3? Didn't we talk about how concrete barricades just aren't in demand earlier? We did. But, well, yeah, I guess that's just a bit of an anomaly. Maybe some people bought it out. Maybe people have made it appear to be more valuable than what it actually is. Anyway, are you a fan of this approach? Are you a fan of that design? Do you like Sheet Metal Tier 2? I like it for its grounded approach. I think it looks pretty cool. It's just, is that going to appeal to everybody? Well, guess what? If we were to see hoodie and pants and tier 3 afterwards, oh, people would still, yeah, people wouldn't mind then. People would not mind then. Well, it is what it is. So, Kreitzer, VSK forever, honestly, it's fine to give it a shot. It's not like we saw that much clothing and armor this week. But I'm not really sure if it's going to really, like, have a massive impact on the sheet metal barricade. But, you know, if it does turn into a sheet metal clothing and armor set, hey, you're the ones who are correct. So, yep, feel free to comment below if you're a fan of what they produced here. And, well, let's see if that works out nicely. Best luck to both of them. And then we have the B face mask and chest plate. So this is actually a sequel to the sheet metal, the SAP, and, oh, was it a small box? Let's go remind ourselves. This is made by Omnipresent. This is not B cosplay. Just want to clarify, this is not B cosplay. So, yeah, there you go. B SAP, $6. B sheet metal with the transparency and glow, $5. And then we have the B box. Oh boy. So I will sit here and say this and this have risen up in price very nicely as of recent. Like, really, as of recent. This was struggling like late last year, and then it's just recovered very, very nicely. Like, I'm not sure if tier 3 armor is going to really have that much of an impact because it's already doing very, 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 very good. Or maybe it makes it do very, 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 very gooder. Better. So, yes, as you'll see, that both of them have been doing very nice as of recent. So that's nice to see, but what about you? What do you think? Do you like what you see? Are you a fan? Did you miss out on B cosplay in the past? And would this make you feel happy if you could finally get it? So, yeah, B cosplay is not exactly cheap, but again, it's not the same set. But then again, maybe a lot of people probably wouldn't care because at tier 3 is $20 for the pair. Oh my goodness. Hoodie and pants are quite cheap. That's quite a surprise. That's because these sold quite a fair bit less. Oh, I see. All right then. Well, you know, that's for you to consider. But I'm not sure if this would actually cause much of an impact. But I know for a fact a lot of people would appreciate such a thing. And of course, keep an eye out. I'm sure we'll see some hoodie and pants. I'm sure we'll see some tier 2 eventually of this as well. And so, that's pretty much all the clothing and armor. And of course, all the weapons and tools, all the deployables. So let's just clear up this a bit. And now let's go over and just remind all of you, tomorrow we do have quite a lot to chase after. The only skin that is not abnormal is the Crypt Barricade. Everything else here, yep. It's going to be quite a lot to talk about. Like, I'm surprised we didn't see a Hellcore skin this week. What's Delray done? What did he do? Oh, he did that. Okay, did something different. Fair enough. But wow, look at the difference we've seen with the sales with the bandana and the poncho. There's a big gap growing right there. So, all right, cool. Let's also go ahead and take a look at micro522.com so I can just quickly point out the top 10 performing skins so far. So, Space Station Auto Turret. That is not one of the collection continuations, but it was one of the first ones to be submitted, so that got a lot of attention and that got a lot of votes. Then we have Popstar Sheet Metal Double Door in second. That has an overall score of 68, and let me tell you, if you get close or actually reach 70, that is getting a lot of support. At 65.6, we have the Tomoha, I don't know how to pronounce it, I'm so sorry. We got the other anime garage door. Forest Raiders Auto Turret is fourth. Crypt Night, I showed this off in my special preview video. That looks cool. And it glows in the dark very, very nicely. So, not a collection continuation, as far as I'm aware, right? Yep. Had to make sure, but it is getting a lot of support, so there's a good time to just quickly point that out. Blackout Tactical Gloves is sixth with a score of 62.6, followed by the Ancient Relic Electric Furnace. Then we have the Olympus Electric Furnace over here, Dead Pixel Auto Turret, and then we got Murder Hornet. Yes, we've seen quite a lot of B stuff today. Well, now Hornets. That looks cool. Props to Stabby. So, yeah, keep an eye on everything on micro522.com if you're not bothered to go ahead and build up your own full Adorphus list and whatnot. And that's basically everything. Hedge, is there anything else to talk about? No, we've already pointed out that there's kick drops happening between June 11th to the 14th, although it might, it might be for the drops the 11th to the 18th. Nothing's confirmed yet. Keep an eye out. As I said, all you got to do is just go over to Google, type in kick face punch. You'll then find kick.facepunch.com, and I guess after all the skins have been announced by the people that are dropping them, they will all then appear here, and you get the idea. So, cool. That's it. So, sorry if I sound a bit funny today. I've had an incredibly bad nose. Oh, God. It's been horrible. But I hope we got through that reasonably. I hope it was an enjoyable experience. And we finished this basically at around 45 minutes-ish. So, yep, a lot better compared to previous. So, again, I will remind you, we did have a lot of skins. I seemingly have lost my collection. Let's go quickly find it. So, go to the main Rust Workshop section. Look for collections. There we go. It's the Hedge without the hair. 116 skins right there. There was a lot. But I can't keep talking about every single skin anymore. I do prefer only talking about the collection continuations. By all means, you could go look at all these skins in your own time, and you can tell me, out of all those skins, which happens to be my favourite. Right then, that's it. That's a wrap. So, thank you very much for watching me. I greatly appreciate it. Best luck to all of you. Catch you later. See you. Goodbye.